The moment is finally here. Matt Armstrong just became the third person ever to accomplish what Bugatti said could only be done in 2 facilities worldwide.
Now, one thing Bugatti didn't think we were able to do is separate the front end of the car from the rear. There's only 2 places in the world that can do it. And today, we need to make sure there's 3.
The impossible just became reality. Share this video and subscribe to this channel because I know many of you have been following this rebuild on Matt's channel. And what Matt accomplished already changes everything about this $6 million hypercar rebuild. No special tools, no factory training. Just Matt, Tony his dad, and pure determination working in a garage at Black Horse Performance. I'm not going to go into too much detail since you've already watched the video on Matt's channel. But here's what you need to understand. The carbon fiber quarter panels. Most people would assume they're bonded or welded to the monocoque like a normal supercar. They're not. They're bolted. Every single fastener is accessible from inside the car. The entire side of a $6 million Bugatti came off as one massive carbon fiber assembly. Matt carried it away and set it aside carefully. With both rear quarters removed, the separation point between front monocoque and rear subframe became visible. Matt removed the rear bumper assembly next. The entire unit, including diffuser and taillights, came off together. The diffuser that Alex famously stood on during the original crash inspection was built from solid carbon fiber structural material. That's why it could hold his weight. That's a full carbon fiber structure. The engine cover was held on with just 2 bolts accessed through a removable grille. The rear wing required 4 multi-spline bolts and a couple of T30 Torx fasteners. Everything was coming apart methodically and logically. Then came the real moment. The gearbox separation. This is the point Bugatti claimed would be unstoppable. The moment where their impossible narrative was supposed to dominate, where complexity would crush any independent attempt. Yet what unfolds tells a different story. With the external bodywork removed, Matt could see the actual structural connection between the monocoque and rear subframe. From Bugatti's own factory assembly footage, 14 titanium bolts ensure that the front and rear sections are joined firmly together. That was the entire structural connection holding a 1,600 horsepower W16 engine to the passenger compartment. Matt could identify 8 of them immediately, but 6 were still hidden. The airboxes were obstructing the view, so those ones came out next. Even the airboxes were complete carbon fiber construction. The bolts holding them looked like they came from a Swiss watch, precision machined and beautifully finished. With the airboxes removed, the 14 bolts became visible. But before Matt could remove any of them, everything connecting the front and rear sections had to be disconnected. Matt methodically disconnected everything. Wires don't tangle into chaos. Hydraulic lines and coolant channels separate without drama. Every system moves in order, as if it's designed to be understood. Once the car's power systems are isolated, disassembly isn't resisted, it's guided. Not disorder, not confusion. Layered systems engineered to be separated in a logical sequence. The connections between front and rear are purposeful, routed, grouped, and organized. Every fastener removed, every cable threaded, every fluid captured exposes the truth. The car can be serviced. It was never meant to be untouchable. The structural bolts, once positioned as a barrier, now come into view. 14 titanium fasteners. Strong, precise, but not unreachable. One by one, they are unscrewed. The rear subframe begins to move. Nothing binds, nothing twists, no secret factory-only tools needed. The separation occurs slowly, safely, predictably. The gearbox, once described as untouchable, is now accessible. The engine sits fully exposed, ready for inspection. Panels, diffuser, rear wing, all came off cleanly, logically. The design speaks for itself. Matt Armstrong just split a Bugatti Chiron in half with hand tools in a private garage. Now here's what this means. The good news is, Matt proved that the boundaries were artificial, not technical. Every claim Bugatti made about complexity, training, and facility exclusivity falls apart. The car was designed to be separated. It just required patience, method, and respect for the car's design. Control is not the same as capability, and that distinction has been revealed. The task never required factory permission. It never required secrets. It required patience, method, and respect for the car's design. A normal garage, standard tools, and careful reasoning have accomplished what was said to be impossible. The bad news is, The cracked gearbox casing is now fully exposed. Chassis damage at the front still needs addressing. Carbon fiber work remains. The entire interior must be reinstalled.
There's good news and bad news of all of this. We got good news is that we've now took off the last part of the car that's broken. Little things to fix. We've still got the chassis leg to the front. We've still got the carbon fiber damage at the front there. We've got the interior to go in. We've got the whole back of the car to sort out.
And here's the reality. One wrong move with that gearbox repair, and this entire $6 million rebuild is finished. Damage is visible, contained exactly as theory predicts. The sacrificial structure did its job. Critical components remain intact. No catastrophic failures, no surprises, just engineering functioning as intended. But here's what separates Matt from everyone else. He's already at Black Horse Automotive, getting that damaged casing 3D scanned so they can manufacture a replacement.
Work out what we're going to do with this, and that is the reason why we're here at Black Horse Automotive, because these guys can actually 3D scan and make parts from scratch, which we're hoping they'll be able to scan a Bugatti Chiron Sport and section in this part here. Again, all of this at the minute is all easier said than done.
He's already sourcing parts. While most people would be celebrating the victory of splitting the car, Matt's already 3 steps ahead planning the next move. The myth of exclusivity has been stripped away. This rebuild isn't about whether it can be done anymore. It's about witnessing the full dismantling of a narrative and seeing the truth of engineering shine through. From speculation to evidence, from fear to understanding. The car isn't beyond repair. The impossible wasn't impossible. It was overstated, exaggerated, and guarded to protect Bugatti's image. The rebuild continues. Moving to inspection, realignment, and reassembly. Every system isolated. Every component accounted for. Every step exposes the mechanics, the engineering, and the philosophy behind the Chiron. Bugatti's claims have been challenged, their narrative questioned, their authority scrutinized, and the world watches as the rebuild unfolds. Share this with anyone who needs a reminder that impossible is just an opinion protected by gatekeepers. Because what comes next isn't about proving it can be done. It's about finishing what they said could never be done privately. Don't forget to subscribe because this story isn't over yet. I'll see you in the next video.